Hi guys, Sandy Ingram here. In this video, we will discuss why Iraq has not disarmed the Iran-backed militants. This has gotten totally out of hand. Other countries in the Middle East are calling on Iraq to explain why missiles are leaving Iraq and landing in their countries. This is really serious, guys. And as investors, we need to take a look at it because we may need to wrap our heads around the fact that Iran and Iraq are holding hands for the long term. Let's talk about it. First of all, Iran and Iraq shared a war of 8 long years where more than 500,000 people were killed. The war lasted from 1980 to 1988. There was no clear winner. They simply stopped fighting. A ceasefire has lasted until this day. What are they fighting over? Who knows? But as the story goes, they were in dispute ever since after World War I. That's a long time, guys, a long time. The records show that Iraq invaded Iran over the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, waterways, in a border dispute. The war was long and brutal, and towards the end of the war, when Saddam perhaps got word that the Kurds in northern Iraq were siding with Iran, that is when chemical weapons came into play. Now, guys, in 1988, we know that Saddam had chemical weapons because it's documented. Now, what happened to those chemical weapons? No one who really knows is talking. All the U.S. knows is that they did not find any chemical weapons. But then again, the rumor has it that if Saddam had chemical weapons later, after 1988, the U.S. may have given him the weapons. So that would be one reason why no weapons were ever found, at least not to the public's knowledge. The channel is unsure what hold Iran has over Iraq. We believe that religious ties may be behind the unusual bond between the two countries. Now, let me see if I can get this right. The majority of Iran's population is Shiite Muslims. We know that 35 to 40% of the Iraqi population is Sunni Muslims. The other part, depending on who you ask, is Shiite Muslim. So this means that the Sunni Muslims are the minority when it comes to the total population between Iran and Iraq. However, the Iraqi prime minister's position is usually held by a Sunni Muslim. We have learned in the past that when the Iran-backed framework doesn't like something, they have not hesitated to send a bomb to the prime minister's residence. The channel believes that the Shiite Muslims have a secret plan for the Middle East and the West. Iran keeps close ties with Iraq because of its need to be on top of all things Iraq. The U.S. has tried to break up the relationship between Iran and Iraq, mostly because of the U.S. dollars ending up in Iran. But Iran and Iraq, they just find new ways to sneak around and do what they want. As investors, it looked like we may need to wrap our heads around the fact that Iran will always be in the picture. Does Iran want Iraq's currency to adjust to a higher value? Probably, but we can't be sure, at least not yet.